Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, the Bloodless run on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, after having successfully taken down Alfred and gotten a high jump, we now have access to a majority of the castle. Specifically because we have both high jump and water travel. Yeah, we have access to literally the entirety of the castle.
We also have access to good vision, because finally we have some sand-based precipitation which we can block with our blood made of umbrella.
All right, the Alicers are still one of the more dangerous opponents for us, though, because we have the ability to block the flamethrower attack that they have, but it's not exactly an easy thing for us to block, nor is it something that we actually gain benefits from blocking, you know, because it's still going whilst we have blocked it. It is much easier if we can set ourselves up appropriately to just do a charged umbrella in order to one-shot them, at least at the moment.
That was a jump cut.
No, it wasn't. We were supposed to do that.
Well, what happened to the puppy?
No, what do you mean what happened to the puppy?
There was a puppy on the screen, and then it blipped. And then there was no longer a puppy, just a skeleton.
Okay, but what happened there is that we high jumped through the sand, Mr. Cloud.
Interesting. It happened so fast it didn't even register.
So what is new in the world of Cloud as we go through this particular somewhat secret area of the forbidden underground waterway? Hey, Macaron.
Well, I did want to point out how interesting it was that you and I finally had a game of chess using pictures. We sent Gerdat and I sent pictures back and forth of a chessboard, and we declared moves using chess notation in order to decide who the winner was, and it was me.
Yeah, I am not good at chess. Eventually, we will actually have a chess game on the channel. I have promised that to Cloud. I don't know when we're going to do that yet, but eventually we will do that. Another Blood of Erudition, which increases the power of our spells.
Yeah. Erudition. We're going to elaborate on the powers of the blood.
Alright, but with the Blood of Erudition successfully collected from here, we can't actually use this as the entry point into the area that this connects to. It is designed specifically for that, but we do get access to a fast travel point out. Haha! Now that we have successfully taken down Alfred, we probably should go after what some people would qualify it. I think we've already taken down Gebel, though, haven't we?
We have taken down Gebel, yeah.
Yeah, we already took down Gebel. So why am I going back to Hall of Termination? Oh, are we? No. We're doing this because it's a faster waypoint than the village one. That's right.
See,
the faster save point.
I'm glad that I'm not the only one who forgets what's going on when I deliver videos of content that I had made, and then.
Hey, I made this a whole month ago, and you know I've had to play through the game twice since then. So there. That's why I don't remember things.
I'm not saying it was a bad thing. I'm just saying it was funny. It's funny and it made me glad.
Alright, so now that we have successfully taken down Alfred and gotten high jump, we actually still need to go and take down the other forbidden waterway area, because the forbidden waterway connects to like 4 areas in total. It connects to entrance, it connects to Garden of Silence, it connects to the Hidden Desert, and the other area that we will be showing off here shortly, which has yet another boss in it. I still really wish that we had gotten Folklore. I am really, really salty that Folklore didn't make it into the game, because Folklore was one of the cooler fights from the original Curse of the Moon. And I will say that the Curse of the Moon is, honestly, if you're into Classicvania, Curse of the Moon is a game that you should definitely be picking up. But I am not into Classicvania, sadly. I can't beat the original Castlevania 1, nor can I honestly do much of anything in Castlevania 2 or 3, and I most certainly can't beat Castlevania 4. Every time I get to the Twin Water Hydra in Castlevania 4, I just absolutely lose my shit at it.
Oh, at last.
another Blood of Fortune. Unfortunately, the Blood of Fortunes for Bloodless really are only here to increase our critical hit chance. That's about it.
Critical hit with the wound-up umbrella sounds like a great boon, given that the wound-up umbrella deals triple damage, and then critical hit, what, it doubles damage if the crit lands?
It's not a double. I think crit is actually 50% bonus in this game.
1.5 times. Gotcha.
Yeah. There's nothing in that room aside from another Seeker, and we don't need to fight Seekers because they don't have any drops for us.
Has someone seen my eyes? I think I dropped them in a puddle.
Nah. Voltaire's Headless Waltz is honestly a really good fucking track to just jam out to.
Relaxing.
Yeah, that is one of the only enemies in the entire game that I actually use a Blood Cyclone on, and the only reason why is because it makes really quick work of Glashkins, and even the Glashkin and Gamagins. There are better options for it, to be perfectly honest. Like double Umbrella Toss, if you're in the correct position, will take them out slightly faster and for cheaper than Scarlet Cyclone will.
Hey, you're at exactly the correct height that I need in order to execute Scarlet Cyclone. Double Umbrella.
Yeah. More HP max up. As I've already mentioned before, it is very much worthwhile to explore a majority of the castle as all the extra characters. Aurora gets upgrades for doing it. Bloodless gets gets bloods, health up, and mana ups for doing it. And Zangestsu needs to explore a good portion of the castle in order to get the health and mana ups, much like Bloodless does. Level up. Now, leveling up, sadly, is not all that important for Bloodless. I mean, she gets slightly more HP and mana, but if you'll notice, she doesn't honestly get all that much more physical attack power.
So which of the two should be Bloodless's level up theme? Should it be level up, or should it be level up?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure if I could actually place different level up themes if given the opportunity to try. Like there's Pokemon's original level up theme, which was like what, 5 seconds?
Well, it was
No. There was the level up jingle for Pokemon, which is do 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 do, and The thing is, when I say that one out loud, it sounds a lot like it would actually be a Legend of Zelda jingle.
Well, it is.
There we go. We finally got fucking vampiric blood.
So both the original Pokemon level up theme and the Legend of Zelda You Got an I mean, first of all, they're both by Nintendo, so they operate around similar musical philosophy. They both use they both use the tonic and dominant in order to set up the scale. Where the only difference is that the Pokemon theme goes directly from tonic to dominant. Legend of Zelda theme uses intermediary notes in order to lead up to the dominant. So yes, you are correct. They are similar.
All right. So where does that put the Metroid item get theme?
Well, what's the Metroid item get theme?
Do 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 do.
Ooh. Oh, Doppelganger.
All right. Here we have the Doppelganger fight, and this is actually a fight that once again you can, if you're actually skilled at the game, what you can do is you can actually stun lock Doppelganger into the wall using Charged Umbrella. I showed off a little bit, but not nearly as much as I want to.
Honestly, I think the Metroid theme actually it starts on the tonic and then it ends on the fourth. It's a little different musically.
Ouch.
Oh, cuff's too open. Ah.
Now, I don't think that Miriam gets access to do the first part of Ichi Daizen and with a jump specifically. I think that's unique to Doppelganger. Mind you, it's not called Ichidaizen. I think it's Sanketden. I think it's Sanketden. Alright, so we just picked up the Vampiric Blood blood candle, which makes it so that our blood steal finally actually heals us a small amount of HP when we actually absorb blood.
Oh, that is real blood steal. That's bloodborne blood steal.
And then we have this happen. You see, when
oh dear.
Yeah, Doppelganger, much like a majority of the other bosses in the game, aren't have the ability to actually get stuck behind fucking objects. So yeah, this is actually a very famous thing that happened with Zangestsu when you're playing with Miriam, because if you interrupt Zangestsu's dash specifically, he can end up inside a wall.
Okay, it's bad for it to happen in the first place, but now the boss had unbroken itself. So does that really mean that it's broken?
Yes, actually. I mean, it's not permanently broken, but you know. It's not supposed to go behind those walls, especially because there's not supposed to be, you know, geometry behind those walls.
So that's a...
Oh, and yes, I can now run into her corpse indefinitely.
Well, I was going to say, so that would make it a game glitch. Game breaking.
Yes, it's a
game breaking.
It is a glitch. It's not a full break.
It's not a full break, you know? Because you can still continue the game even if it happens. A glitch glitch is just a silly thing that happens that's not supposed to. It's basically like clipping. Pretty innocuous.
Stop it.
No, this isn't honestly all that innocuous though, because as you saw, a doppelganger can still actually attack you thanks to Crimson Storm. Zangestsu, on the other hand, is actually rather interesting when it happens to him, because I don't think any of his projectiles can actually go beyond that wall.
Well, yeah, well, so sucks to be him. You have an easier time with Zangestsu because he can't attack back, but you can still attack him.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it's definitely not supposed to happen, but... I mean, it could be worse.
It could be significantly worse.
It could be outside of the range, so that you. So let's say they made it as a rule that you couldn't attack through walls. Well, now you're in quite a pickle.
Yeah, the inability to attack through walls straight up wouldn't actually apply to Miriam, because she gets a lot of shards that actually pass through objects. Like, one of Miriam's best offensive options for her run-through is Tempest Ocius, which tracks down enemies regardless of where they are on screen, and then hits them for moderate amounts of lightning damage. It is a thing I'll be showing off a little bit when we actually get to the fresh hard mode run, because Tempest Ocius is honestly a really easy shard to farm up.
Vlad Tepes.
I'm not entirely sure what the Tepes prefix in Enochian script is supposed to mean, but I do know it translates loosely to lightning. Because Tempest Ocius is not the only Tepes spell that we get. We also get Tempest. Is it Tempest Salandra? I think it's Tempest Salandra, which is Flurry of Thunderbolts. Hello, Hellhound.
Vlad Tepes.
Alright, we have successfully made it into the worst area in the entire fucking game. I have just this morning finished off my practice run of fresh hard mode for Miriam. So expect that playthrough relatively shortly after this one goes up. But my fucking god, Inferno Cave is even worse in hard mode, and it's already my least favorite fucking area in normal.
Just, it shares, oh Jesus, it shares similar problems to what we've observed in our previous run-throughs of this area. It's an eyesore. It's an eyesore. And
it's not just an eyesore. It's that it's way too fucking enemy dense. Much like Hidden Desert, it is way too enemy dense. It's way too hazard dense.
Right.
Look at all the damage zones on this fucking screen.
I can't see.
Nothing in that secret.
It's 2 o'clock and nobody shut the blinds yet.
All right, but it is important for Bloodless to actually explore a majority of Inferno Cave because I do believe that in this room, behind this wall, we have another hidden blood. Yes.
Yay.
Is this just another blood of faith? No, it's a blood of tenacity. Honestly, the bloods of tenacity are important, but there's a lot of them, so you can probably get by missing a couple of them. Yeah. You'll notice that I'm just trying to speed through these rooms as I'm going through here. I am bothering to kill mostly everything that I come across, but I'm always really tense while I'm doing it because a lot of these enemies do hit me for about 1/8 of my total HP. So I can't. So since I don't actually have the save room safely available to me yet, you know, it gets tense from time to time. This is a very unique room. And Miriam actually has a particular treasure chest in here. I believe that's where... It's not the Cashmere equipment chest, but one of the equipment chests is in that one. At least I think it's one of the equipment chests. Here's the save room. But before we actually use the save room, pick up this blood candle, which is our other blood pillar. And, yes, get the fast travel point. Woot.
And in the next part...
we'll be taking down the best boss fight in the game. Be safe, everybody.